Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10 Minute Torah. We're studying the Torah portion, Lech Lecha. Yesterday we talked about the fact that Avram left his father, Terach, in Haran, and did so for 60 years. A lot of commitment there to walk alone and away from his family. Same thing that you and I a lot of times have experienced as well. So we're walking as Abraham walked. So we go to chapter number 12, and we read a verse that I would say is more foundational than maybe some of the other verses in Scripture that we would adhere to as being hallmark scriptures or foundational scriptures. Devarim 6:4 says, Shema Israel, Yahweh Eloheinu, Yahweh Echad. Hear, O Israel, Yah your Elohim, Yah is one. We have the verse in Zechariah chapter 14 and verse number 9, which is the restoration of all things. As it says, and Yahweh shall be sovereign over all the earth. In that day there shall be one Yahweh, and his name one. Someone else may point out from the book of Yeshayahu or Isaiah that says in 7:14, therefore Yahweh himself gives you a sign. Look, the Alma conceives and gives birth to a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. Maybe you would turn the page and say from 9 and 6, for a child is born unto us, a son is given unto us, and the rule is on his shoulder, and his name is called Wonder, Counselor, Strong El, Father of Continuity, and Prince of Peace. Maybe our pastor friends would say, John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever would believe in him would not perish but have everlasting life. All of these are wonderful, powerful scriptures. They're very, very foundational to what we believe. But there is a verse here in chapter 12 that perhaps is even more foundational for us. In the Hebrew, I'm going to try this, says, Ve'erekaka im ve'rekaka kaleka aor vikuneku veka kol mishpokot ha'adama. I butchered that pretty badly, but you get the idea. It says in the English translation, and I shall bless those who bless you, and curse him who curses you, and in you all the clans of the earth shall be blessed. Let's expand that a little bit. Let's take the word bless and curse and give it a definitive understanding, an expanded understanding. The verse could be understood to express this: I will cause to bow before me under the benevolent palm of my hand. That's the idea of blessing. I will cause to bow before me under the benevolent palm of my hand those who place their benevolent hand upon you, Aram. I will abhor, detest, and call cursed those who think of you as slight, of little account, or insignificant. You will become the means with which all the world will come to be benevolently placed under my hand. What a statement. Yah is saying to us here that based on our treatment of Avram to become Avraham, based on our treatment of him, we will then understand how Yah is going to treat us. The way we treat Avraham and his descendants is that which determines then how Yah will either favor or curse you and I. This man was just no ordinary traveler. This man was chosen out of all the men upon the face of the earth to leave that which he had known himself to be to become that which Yah knew him to be. He didn't realize the significance of his walk or the significance of his being until he heard the voice of the Creator call him. For a while, he evidently got stuck with his father somewhere in between where he left and where he was called to be. But he made that decisive choice to leave the middle ground and to come into walk with Yah and to begin to experience what it was that Yah had planned for him, his destiny. Because of this man's belief, because of the character and the quality of his belief, Yah is using him then as the plumb line, the measuring stick, the standard of obedience for all of those that would be either in his fleshly lineage or in his faith lineage. Calling us to walk as Abraham walked. Now, in the book of Galatians, yes, I would actually read the book of Galatians. In Galatians chapter number 3, Rav Shaul says this in the last verse, "And if you are of Messiah, then you are seed of Abraham and heirs according to the promise." Now there's a lot of preaching, a lot of proclamations that we're blessed with Abraham. And in that regard, one would see themselves blessed as with material goods, thinking only about the fact that this man possessed great herds and flocks and servants and had wealth. Being of the seed of the descendants, especially those of the faith lineage of Abraham, does not mean, contrary to what's been popularly preached, does not mean that you and I are going to possess great wealth. There's nothing wrong with wealth. I'd like to have some more of it myself. But this is not about getting rich because of being born again. There were those in Yeshua's walk among us that were claiming the benefits of being Abraham's descendants and that they were automatically included into the kingdom simply because of what their lineage was. But it says in Yochanan, or John chapter number 8, in verse 39, they answered and said to him, "Abraham is our father." Yeshua said to them, "If you were Abraham's children, you would do the works of Abraham." Let's put these two verses together. If I am in Messiah, then I am the seed of Abraham and an heir according to the promise. That is the promise given to Abraham. What was this promise? You shall be wealthy. No, that's not the promise. The promise was that he would be the carrier of the Zerah, the seed, and that he would possess Haaretz, the land. He was given a promise, a covenant promise, that he would possess land from the river of Mitzrayim or Egypt to the Euphrates. That's our promise. That's our inheritance. But Yeshua qualifies this to be a seed of Abraham, to be his child, requires then that you do what he did. Obviously, the question then would be, what did Abraham do? Abraham left that which kept him from walking with Yahweh. He ventured into the unknown and the unfamiliar to find belief in the Most High and walk it out. He believed promises made to him by the Creator, even when it would seem that he had an impossibility within himself to see it come to pass. Abraham struggled with his own weaknesses, dealt with his own issues, and overcame them, all to see a covenant enlarged upon, broadened, and enlivened to him. So until next time, as we pick this up, Shalom. We'll be back tomorrow with portion number 3.